Hello friends. In this episode we will continue and complete the first main quest of this chapter, Gold Road, and I'm heading to Rustful Estate. We can already see this manor. And
not a legionary in sight. Where are they?
I don't know. Let's talk and discuss.
Look around. No people. Strange, right? I detached an entire legion cohort to guard this estate, but I haven't found a single legionary. Not even a servant. What's your story? Do you know what happened to my legionaries?
I don't know, but I noticed too that there are no one except horror and other evil creatures. I have no idea. Why did you send the cohort here?
To protect the estate. I don't know if you're aware, but Westweald isn't the safest place these days. Between the New Forest and the Wood Elf settlers to the west, and the rumors of cultists and Daedra stalking the land, I thought it prudent.
Yeah, I have already know this. And if you command the cohort, why weren't you here with them?
Because I handle multiple matters for Count Calantius, and my cohort should have been able to fend for itself. The estate's proximity to Skingrad makes it a tempting target for enemy forces. Listen, help me find my legionaries, and you'll be rewarded.
All right, I will help you find the missing legion cohort.
I hereby designate you a temporary agent of the Westweald Legion.
Thank you.
Just until we find my soldiers. We'll search the manor house first. I'll meet you inside. Keep your eyes open, comrade. We don't know what happened here.
I see. What should I know about the Rustful Estate before you go?
Well, it's usually a lot more lively. When Count Calantius isn't in residence or it isn't filled with visiting dignitaries, there's still the entire household staff. But so far, I haven't found a soul. No signs of a battle or struggle yet either.
It's strange. Who's Count Calantius, by the way?
Count Calantius governs Westweald from the city of Skingrad. He's a shrewd leader. When dignitaries visit Skingrad, the Count offers them use of the Rustwall Manor House. It's the Count's way of, how did he put it? Encouraging positive outcomes.
And what's why you sent a legion cohort here?
I sent my legion cohort here, the best soldiers in the Weald. The estate's proximity to the city makes it strategically important. I wanted to make sure we weren't surprised from this direction. But something happened here. We need to find out what.
And tell me about yourself, please. Who are you exactly?
I suppose introductions are in order. I am Tribune Alea Idolus of the Westweald Legion, Marshal to Count Calantius, daughter of Quatrius Idolus, Knight of Colovia. A mouthful, I know, but I enjoy reciting my entire pedigree from time to time.
How did you get the rank of Tribune?
Faithful service to the Legion, plus a strong sword arm. I fought in Varen's rebellion and defended Colovia as the Usurper War broke out. After we won the battle for Northhook, I started moving up the ranks. Now here I am.
Well, what was the battle for Northhook?
It happened at the start of the Usurper War. The Daggerfall Covenant sought Northhook as a base from which to invade Imperial City. We didn't want them there. When my commander fell, I took charge. Eventually, we repelled the invaders.
How did you become Count Calantius' Marshal?
When the Usurper War began, the Legion sent me to defend our borders. Colovia has no love for those grasping to be Emperor. We didn't want to get dragged into the conflict. Count Calantius heard about my exploits and brought me into his service.
What do you do for the Count?
In addition to my duties as a Legion Tribune, I perform special missions for the Count. Right now, I'm looking into the various troubles plaguing the Weald. Rumors of cults and Daedra roaming the countryside, whatever's going on in the New Forest.
Yeah, I heard about New Forest, and I can even say that I saw. But what do you know about this?
It was the damnedest thing. In a flash, the rolling hills and vineyards were replaced by a thick jungle.
Yes.
And then those wood elves moved in and established the city of Vashabar. You can imagine why the Count is concerned.
Of course, I understand. And you mentioned Quatrius Idolus, or Idolus. Who's that?
My father. He was a successful merchant, but I barely remember him. He died when I was very young. He left me a great deal of gold so I could study and make something of myself. I'm grateful for that. When I was of age, I joined the Legion.
I'm sorry about your father.
I hereby designate you a temporary...
Yes, thank you. And let's start then. What we have. We have additional quest. Enter the manor house. Yeah, something happened. Let's investigate and observe this territory. Can we? Legionary barracks. Completely silence. Aha. Captain Martin Leronus. I cannot read. Because we will return to these barracks in this quest. Okay. Let's go to the manor, first of all then.
Seems everyone left in a hurry. Take a look around. Rustwall Manor is usually pristine. The staff would never leave so much as a chair out of place. Not willingly, at any rate. Let's look around. We need to find anything that suggests what happened here.
Bloody servant tunic. A light tunic embroidered with the crest of Count Calantius. Fresh blood stains cover the neck area.
Someone attacked the servant this belonged to.
Yeah, it's obvious.
Rustwall Manor is usually... Servants light this when there's danger, to warn others away. Rustwall Manor is...
At least we cannot see enemies. to Tribune Alea Idolus. Tribune Alea Idolus. My apologize if I skip the respectful pleasantries. Rustful is in great danger and I have little time to waste. The legionaries you stationed here have vanished, along with most of my staff. What began as a full legion cohort has mysteriously dwindled to fewer than 10 soldiers, including Captain Lironus. No one knows what has become of them. Well, about Captain Lironus I already know. The remaining staff is close to panic. We are evidently under attack by an unknown and so far unseen force. Captain Lironus has a plan. We are to hide in... well...
The captain planned to hide, but where? We need to find Captain Lironus. Meet me at the barracks on the south side of the estate.
Yeah... I need to drink, by the way.
Back here, comrade. I found Captain Lironus. What a loss. I found that letter clutched in his hand. That's Captain Lironus lying on the floor. He commanded the cohort when I wasn't with them. He was a good soldier. I found that letter clutched in his hand. You should read it.
Yeah. Did Captain Lironus serve with you long?
We fought side by side at North Hook. He was brave, but never foolish. Always took every engagement seriously. A lot of soldiers would be dead right now if not for him. When I received command of the cohort, I requested he join me.
What's the difference between a tribune and a captain?
About 3 rungs on the command ladder hierarchy. I lead the cohort, but Captain Lironus usually served as our field commander. While I handled strategy and logistics details, he oversaw the forces on the ground. Whatever killed him will pay.
Captain Lironus, damned if your suspicions weren't true. I found a pile of bloodied armor buried in the forest. Your legionaries aren't deserting. Someone's killing them. The staff knows to take refuge in the catacombs during an attack. They'll be safe until you give the all clear. I have the only key, so let me know when you are ready. Stay safe, Captain. Groundskeeper Gaius.
The servants are hiding in the catacombs. Let's talk. The bloody clothes and the warning candle suggest someone or something attacked Rustwall. And we know Captain Lironus was working on a plan. I hope to find him alive, but the letter from the groundskeeper tells us more than we knew before.
The letter suggests the servants are hiding in the catacombs. Yes, you're right.
Not as grim as it sounds. The Count ordered the catacombs converted into a shelter a while back. He wanted a place for anyone in residence to hide should war sweep over Colovia. Let's hope the rest of the cohort and the servants are safe and secure.
The note says this groundskeeper Gaius has the only key.
Groundskeeper Gaius is a tough old hedge snipper. We need to find him and get his key to open the catacombs. Then we can see how much of the cohort and household staff survived whatever happened here. Let's check Gaius's home first.
Let's go find Groundskeeper Gaius.
Groundskeeper Gaius's home is just down the hill to the east. Whether he's there or not, we need to find that key.
Let's go. That's it. Rustfolk. Ah, okay, catacombs.
Gaius? Are you here? It's Tribune Alea.
Tribune? Thank the divines. Are they gone?
Who, Gaius? Who attacked Rustwall? Finally, a living person. Find out what he knows and get the catacomb key. I'll keep watch, just in case.
Well,
I'm glad to see Tribune Alea, but she certainly took her sweet time. We've had all sorts of problems here. Did you bring reinforcements? Captain Laronis sent the remaining legionaries and staff into the catacombs. Then he was going to call for help.
well, Captain Leronus is dead. Me and Tribune Alea are the only reinforcements.
Dead? Damn shame.
Yes.
He was tolerable as far as Legion officers go. He had a good plan, too. While he hid everyone who was left in the catacombs, I was to keep watch until help arrived. I even stashed the key in a safe place in case the enemy found me.
But what happened to the legionaries who disappeared?
It had to be some sort of enemy army, but all I ever saw were a few wood elves sneaking around the grounds. We need to let everyone in the catacombs know it's safe to come out. Can you go retrieve the key and take care of that?
Yes, of course, we will go to the survivors. Where did you hide the catacombs key?
I stashed the key inside the old statue in the garden. Don't worry, I'll draw you a map. Just be careful wandering in the garden. We've had an infestation of odd bugs recently. Odd and dangerous.
What led up to everyone fleeing to the catacombs to hide?
When the legionaries showed up, we felt a lot safer. A little security in these troubled times. Then, one by one, soldiers started disappearing. We weren't sure if they were deserting or what. Then, I found the bloody legionary armor.
Huh. Then what happened?
Captain Laronis suspected an enemy was picking the cohort off one by one. He expected a full-scale attack, so he sent the staff into the catacombs with the remaining legionaries to protect them. I hid here until you and the Tribune showed up.
You mentioned something about wood elves, right?
Other than the wood elves I spotted sneaking around, we never saw the enemy. And the only evidence of foul play was the bloody armor I found. Captain Laronis assumed it was brigands looking to rob the estate. But would brigands challenge a cohort?
How long have you been working at the Rustwall estate, Gaius?
I've been supervising the outdoor staff since Leovic was a cub. Gardeners, masons, they all answer to me. No easy job, especially when we're all frightened out of our wits. I know Rustwall inside and out. Made it easy to find a spot to hide my key.
And?
Grab the map and let's go. We need that key.
I stashed the key inside the old statue in the...
Gaius said he hid the key to the catacombs inside a statue. No doubt the garden has a lot of those. This is a Colovian estate, after all. Hopefully the map he drew for us is accurate. The gardens are just east of here, down the hill. Gaia said he hid the key to the catacombs. The Rustwall Gardens. Our map indicates a spot on the western side. Insects. They're from deep underground. What drove them to the surface? There. That's the statue marked on the map. Search for the hidden key.
Let me first of all just check this statue. A Rustwall Catacombs key. An old bronze key. It unlocks the Rustwall Catacombs.
That's the key. Now let's go open the catacombs. The door is Now that we have the key, let's go unlock the catacombs and find what's left of my cohort. The door is across from the barracks.
Are you familiar with these large insects?
A little. You usually find bugs that big deep underground. I remember seeing lots of them while clearing goblins out of caves. Something must have driven them to the surface. Now that we have the...
Rustwall Catacombs. Generations of Calovian families rest in the stone halls of Rustwall's catacombs. Ownership of the estate changed hands many times over the years, but each sale came with the same requirement: don't disturb the dead. It's unknown whether this is due to sentiment or for more practical concerns.
Move out. We need to find my cohort. I want to find my legionaries and the estate staff. They have to be down here somewhere. Let's push forward and see what lies ahead.
Let it be. Recollection Root Strider. Of course. Well, you are investigating the map of region.
Look, down there.
Still no sign of the escaped legionary, Shard Marshal.
No matter, Corporal. More of our forces will come through soon.
As you say, Shard Marshal Vargas, we have more than enough weapons now.
That wood elf, he's with the Recollection. And he's taking orders from a Dremora? What's going on here?
I don't know yet. Let's investigate.
That Dremora giving orders? They called her Shard Marshal Vargas. And those wood elves? They're part of that recollection cult that's been spotted in the area. We need more information, comrade. Let's press on.
Yeah, but first, what do you know about the recollection?
Not as much as I would like. They're one of the possible threats on my list to investigate. Some sort of order or cult made up mostly of wood elves. And now I know that they're apparently working with and taking orders from Daedra.
Any idea who that Shard Marshal Vargas is?
A Daedra barking orders to those recollection fanatics. Never heard of a Shard Marshal before, but I assume it's some sort of rank. Every new thing we learn just leads to more mysteries. It's damn infuriating.
I get it.
Furniture was meant for the comfort of dignitaries who took refuge here, not for these recollection bastards. That Dremora giving order.
Over by the gate.
By my sword, a legionary. Report, soldier.
Maybe after that?
That's one of my legionaries. Listen to his report, comrade, while I keep an eye out for any of those recollection bastards.
Okay.
The Legion's no match for the
Hate to bring bad news to the Tribune, but I'm the only member of the cohort left. Those recollection zealots killed legionaries guarding the estate until we sent whoever remained down here. That's when we walked right into the Daedra's clutches.
But how did you manage to survive?
I got lucky. I fell behind to adjust a loose bootstrap. When I heard the attack start, I slipped into the shadows and have been running ever since. Look, the Daedra have a portal. They're filling the catacombs with Daedric forces to attack Skingrad.
Wow. And where is the portal?
It's in the ruins, down in the deepest part of the catacombs. Two magical anchor things keep it open. Tribune Alea is strong, and you look like you can handle yourself. While the recollection hunts me, you need to destroy that portal.
And we will destroy the portal. How do we find it?
Go east, and you'll find where the Daedra dug up from below. Drop down and keep going east. You'll know the portal when you see it. Break those anchors, and I bet the portal closes. I'll try and lead the recollection away, and then find you down there.
Are you sure you will be alright on your own?
I've become pretty good at sneaking around down here. There are all sorts of secret passageways and trick walls. You just have to know where to look. Don't wait for me, though. I have to move slow to avoid the recollection patrols and the Daedra.
You are certain no one else from the cohort survived?
Almost positive. The recollection swarmed the remaining cohort and the servants we were protecting. They worked fast. It was a slaughter. I'm lucky I lagged behind, or they would have fallen on me too. I managed to pull a few servants away, but...
But what?
They weren't soldiers. No one trained them for any of this. I can't blame them for making too much noise, or being too slow with the blade. I tried to keep them safe, but it wasn't long before I was on my own.
Why do you think breaking the anchors will close the portal?
Call it a hunch. But if I'm being honest, I have no idea what it will do. It might fling you right into oblivion, or turn you into a netch. The anchors seemed important. At the very least, destroying them is better than leaving them be.
Yeah.
Legionary Capio is right. We need to shut down that portal.
Go east, and you'll find...
Legionary Capio made it this far. We need to trust that he can continue to evade the enemy for a while longer. Let's find these ruins he spotted down below and find a way to deal.
Yes.
Down into the ruins. We've got to close that portal.
I want to check that guy. And yes. Hello.
Those shard walls look dangerous.
Yeah. This is that statue. Here I can observe this more better.
Capio said the Daedric portal was to the east. I think we found the source of those bugs in the garden. Somewhere down here is that portal Legionary Capio spotted. For the security of Skingrad and Westweald, we need to close it. Keep pressing forward. Don't let any obstacles deter us.
I thought you left me. Alea. Maybe a little fishing over there. What do you say? Well, let's check this territory too. Maybe there will be the books or something like that.
An old mine, maybe.
Nothing interesting, apparently.
Ruins were. They're certainly older than the structures above.
Well, no. I hope they didn't respond. Well, what is it?
The portal! Destroy the anchors, comrade!
Defend the anchors! Maintain the portal!
Boss fight. Come on. That's it?
The anchors! Stop them! Down these mortals! Retreat!
That closed the portal. Good work. Now, let's find a way out of here.
Let's go.
This way, Tribune. Follow the tracks.
Wait for a moment. Maybe notes, journals, something like that. No? Nothing. More details, information. No? Apparently not. Apparently not. Okay, let's go.
Over here, comrade. Let's talk.
Good, you got out. I worried for a moment that those recollection bastards caught up with you. Or worse, those horrid Daedra. You should talk to Tribune Leia. Losing all those people weighs on her. I know the feeling. Good.
My cohort almost completely destroyed. The Rustwall staff almost all dead. Even Shard Marshal Vargas managed to slip from our grasp. While we closed the portal and saved Skingrad, it feels like we failed, comrade.
I get it, but don't worry. It could be worse, you know. This is part of something bigger. I came here to investigate a disturbance in the threads of fate.
The threads of fate?
Yes.
That sounds ominous. But after what we saw down there, I'll keep an open mind. We learned that the Recollection cult is working with Daedra and taking orders from Shard Marshal Vargas. They got damn close to invading Skingrad.
So, the thread is over, right?
With the portal closed and the Daedra on the run, the remaining Recollection forces aren't enough to threaten Skingrad. But I'll get the Legion to send more soldiers, just in case. Here, the pay I promised. The Legion always makes good on its debts.
Legion's Guardian. The Tanix. Ah, part of the A-Leader Refuge set, the Tanix set. Blocking an attack reduces your damage taken by 11% for 3 seconds.
Consider your temporary commission suspended, comrade. Though I'd love to have you permanently assigned to my cohort. I plan to continue to look into the Recollection and Shard Marshal Vargas. I hear there's a wood elf in Skingrad doing the same.
Yes. What are you going to do about the remaining Daedra and Recollection cultists beneath Rustfall?
I'll send for more legionaries to clear them out. As many as we can spare. With the portal closed and Shard Marshal Vargas on the run, they shouldn't pose too much of a problem.
And what happens to Rustfall Estate after that?
That's up to Count Calantius. I'll advise him to keep legionaries at the estate even when no dignitaries are present. Problem is, we don't have many left to allocate here. The Legion isn't what it once was. What with the Empire in disarray.
Returning to Wood Elf. You mean Baragon, right? We fought their Recollection at Ostomir.
You're a step ahead of me, comrade. I hadn't
Yes.
heard about recent trouble at that poor town. Not since the new forest overwhelmed it. As soon as I can, I plan to pay this Baragon a visit. Compare notes. Maybe I'll see you there.
And what again about cultists and Daedra beneath Rustfall?
I'll send for more legionaries to clear them out. As many as... That's up to Count Calantius.
Okay.
Consider your temporary commission suspended. I'll send for more legionaries. That's up to Count Calantius. Consider your
Strange.
I'm grateful to you and Tribunal Leia. Those Recollection soldiers would have found me eventually. Only so many places to hide down there. You're quite impressive for not being part of the Legion. I think I could learn a thing or two from you.
Consider your
Well... Now I can meet with Baragon in his house. Let's go. Let's go to the... first of all, the shrine, of course. And let's go to the manor. Maybe Groundskipper Gaius have to say something to me.
Traveler, do you know what happened to the cohort at Rustwall? Strange times here in the Weald. Makes me glad that I'm part of the Legion. I can't imagine trying to deal with these headaches on my own. Strange times here in the Weald.
Gaius, where are you? Ah, apparently he is already in Skingrad, maybe. Or maybe in Manor. Yeah.
Traveler, do you know what happened to the cohort at Rustwall?
I can say yes.
Traveler, do you know what happened to the cohort at Rustwall?
Are you Daedra or not? Or you have the twin brother?